Recording.
Welcome to Firepit Conversations, everybody. Thank you for the support from the first episode. Let's keep that momentum going. And again, I'm your host, Aaron.
And I'm Ronnie.
And welcome to the pit. I hope you got your drink, you got your smoke, whatever you do.
Come sit at the fire pit.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yeah, so let's catch up, Ronnie. What's been going on in your world, buddy?
Oh man, well, we were just together last weekend. We celebrated my birthday together, brought it in. Oh my gosh, legit had an amazing weekend. So a few people I want to shout out for making the birthday just amazing. First of all, Tony, my love, thank you so much for making sure everything was planned and coordinated.
Tony done did it again.
Tony done did it again. I got to shout out everybody who celebrated with me. We had an amazing time. My friends from Atlanta, my brother, my sister-in-law, my homegirl from in Charleston, she came. But let's talk about the Black excellence that is Atlanta. Okay.
Hey, man. Hey, Black Mecca.
The Black Mecca. Can we talk about it for a second? Listen, first of all, Crafted Creations on the candle making class, a lituation, literally, hands down, too much dog on fun. Couldn't. Oh my gosh. And then the
candle making class. What kind of candle did you make?
Oh, I don't remember the scents, but the candle was fun.
We should have put that question in the script so you knew.
Oh yeah, but it's all right. The candle making was fun, but the vibe was just amazing. This husband and wife, they own this crafting creations place, and you just had such a good time. The drinks was flowing, the mood was going, the music was banging, and the company was amazing. Like, hands down, gotta be done. And then the breakfast bar for brunch, the food and the service, oh my gosh, just absolutely amazing. Like, can go on and on and on, but hands down.
I had that drink with the
light bulb. Yes.
That thing was hit in.
So hands down, shout out to them. Amazing birthday. Definitely coming back to Atlanta soon to do some more stuff. So yeah, that's about me. What about you, brother? You tell me what's going on with you.
Not much, Football season's back. Thank God.
Finally.
Thank God. My Gators play. We got the first game prime time, baby.
Y'all ready?
No, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, I'm a Gator fan, win, lose, or draw. But
win, lose, or draw. You ain't no bandwagoner. You on bandwagon.
I don't know what we got working with, man. I'm excited, though. Football's back. My favorite time of the year, the only time of year. I'm traveling. I got some work jobs. I got to be gone for 2 weeks, but, that's always fun. And just getting to it every day.
Yes.
Just trying to make the next day better than the last.
Yes, I love that. I love that for you. I love it.
Yeah. And and also let me tell everybody, my blood pressure down with this medicine. So yeah, and I've been taking it every day. I only miss one day. One day.
Okay, that's okay.
I fell asleep early because I'd be taking it at night. And I forgot to take it, but then I'm right back. I only missed one day, so
back on it.
Right.
Well, but Aaron, I know you about to get us into our next segment, but I think we got to do a cheers. We got two things to celebrate. First of all, we launched our first podcast episode. Mm-hmm. We got over 100 downloads in less than 1 week. So shout out to all of you guys. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us, listening to us, liking, sharing, listening, everything that you all are doing, telling your friends. Thank y'all. Y'all are the true MVPs.
We can adopt you too, guys. Y'all could become an adoptee too.
It's enough of us. We can take more people at this point. But the second announcement, we are celebrating our bro-versary. We just celebrated 3 years of connection. So clink, clink, cheers to us.
Clink, 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 clink.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I
So
drink to that. I
I'll
drink,
drink to that too. I did.
drink to that.
All right. So my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, so let's just pick up where we stopped last time.
Mhm.
I feel it's right for you to start off. You ended it, but let's have you started off this time. So where we ended the story,
Mhm.
um, you found out you were adopted.
Correct. Mhm. I
Not only did you find out you were adopted, you found out you have a full-blooded sibling.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, found that out too. And
So
more
all of that
siblings.
and more and more.
And more.
And more. So let's just take it from there. Just what was going through your mind when that first hit, like when you first looked at your ancestry DNA and you saw that you had a full-blooded sibling, some half siblings,
Mhm.
and I don't want to spoil the rest, but go ahead and take it from there.
Yeah, so I think we kind of touched on it last time, but really it was a shock to the system to know I had siblings out there in the world. I think the most shocking thing was that I had someone who looked like me. Like from the first time I saw your picture, well, not the first time, it was the second time. So the first picture I saw, I was like, maybe a little bit, kind of, sort of, maybe in a way. But then there's this other picture that I saw. I think you sent it to me, and it looked like maybe you were at a wedding, you were dressed up in some kind of formal attire or whatever. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like this dude really like looks like me. It felt like if anybody ever watched that show, Sister Sister from the 90s, and the two Tia and Tamara bumped into each other at the mall for the first time. It's like, that girl has my face. Like, I was like, this dude has my face. Like, that
Right.
was my first initial kind of like thought.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then directly following that, it was, I don't know how to be an older brother because I've always been the baby. I've never had younger siblings. So it was just like, okay, so how do I do this thing called it to be an older brother? Is that
Right.
even what these other siblings want? You
Yeah,
know,
but it's too late now. You can't be an older brother to a 30-year-old man.
right.
You
Um,
can't be no you a brother.
just a
And we ain't
brother,
even that far apart. Like you can't be
right.
called older. I know you try to use it sometimes, be like, I'm the oldest one. Yeah,
By a
yeah,
year.
yeah. You
Not
might have,
even by that much.
not by that much. You were just the faster sperm, I guess.
Right, that's it. I was the more competitive one, right? But that was my thing. I was just like, I don't know how to be an older sibling because
Mhm.
first of all, I'd never been an older sibling, but then second of all, I didn't really have always have the best examples. My older siblings and I think because of the age difference, we didn't have or we don't really have like the closest connection. So I knew them, I kind of grew up with them, but they were kind of more like aunts and uncles than
Right,
siblings. Like they weren't people I could go to hang out. They weren't people that that would come and pick me up and take me out to do this and to do that. Like they had their own family. So I never really had great examples of that. And then, so when I, connected with all of y'all, I was just like, okay, I'm an older brother. How does this work? Like, what are the
right,
rules?
right.
So that was like my initial thought. And I think that's kind of what drove me to, just reaching out and connecting.
Okay. So once you got the results, what your first, you know, thinking was, I have to reach out to him, or did that come a little later?
No, it was I have to reach out because remember, like as a reminder for y'all, if y'all listen to the first episode, we kind of went through, the first text exchange between us. So it was still that, I need to say something, don't really know what to say, but I need to say something.
Right.
Um, and then it was I have these siblings, and what would if I were in their shoes, what would I want? And I would
Mhm.
want that older sibling to be the one who's reaching out, trying to connect, modeling what I would have wanted to see. So I feel like that's what I did. I kept
You did.
calling and texting and calling, and I was getting responses. And But I tell everybody, I'm like, people are like, well, how was it at first? And in the beginning, I feel like Aaron is like an onion
A
in
coconut.
a coconut, right? So the
A
coconut
coconut.
has this super hard shell that you got to crack, but
Mm-hmm.
then the onion has a bunch of layers. And it's like once you
Mm-hmm.
can crack that coconut, you could at least get to the layers to be able to pull back the layers. But it take a little work.
And you
It
gotta
take a
get
little
past
work.
the tears from the onion.
Yeah.
Once you get past there, you finished round
You
one.
all right. After
No,
that,
just
you
round
good.
one.
No,
Just
you're
round
right.
one.
But you in the fight though. That's the
Oh yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
When
You
you
made
trying
it
to
to
kill
round
that
two.
coconut, when you trying to crack that coconut, you ain't even in the fight yet.
Oh yeah, nah, You in a fight with a coconut, and if y'all try to break a coconut before, if you don't hit it right, it ain't opening.
It ain't
They got
opening.
right. So yeah.
And I
Oh.
love that you just said like if you don't hit it right. I feel like what we did was kind of like a test, like pass fail testing. Like it's like, oh, let me see what happens if. So like for me, it was like, oh, I'm gonna reach out. And sometimes you respond immediately. Sometimes it took you a day or two. And I felt like that was kind of like the test, like, okay, let me see what he do. If I don't respond in a day or two, is he just gonna stop responding altogether? And maybe it was subconscious, maybe it was conscious, I don't know. But I felt like that's how
It,
I
it
was.
was it wasn't it wasn't on purpose.
Oh,
I forgot what them two words mean and how to decipher between the two. So I'm just gonna say it wasn't on purpose.
okay.
I was busy, I was rebuilding
Yeah.
2019, 2020. Yeah, I was rebuilding, man. Like I was trying to rebuild and boy, that was when I was doing construction. So I was just like I was trying to get it out the mud. Like, I took a pay cut. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I
Yeah.
took a huge pay cut. So I was just moving, working. I was doing Uber at nights, working the construction during the day. So
Gotcha.
I was trying to build my empire back up.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. And it's funny because we both have two different perspectives about the
Mhm.
same exact thing. Which is, understandable. But I'll say this, I never took anything personal. I never thought it was like, oh, this is something about me. Um, because I just never thought that. So it was
Right.
cool. But what about you? When you got the ancestry and we connected, what was the thought for you? What was running through your mind?
Well, I remember I got the message on Ancestry. Most of the time I ignore it because you might get one every day. It might be like, you have someone related to you, or it might just say, oh, we're running a special $29.99 for the
Mm-hmm.
whole Ancestry. So at first, and then I seen a message. I was like, a message. And then I was being a little Rastaman at the time, if you get what I'm saying. You picking up what
Uh-huh.
I'm putting down. So yeah, I was just chilling. And I read it, and I think when I messaged you right away, and then I went inside, I told April, I was like, man, this guy say he's my brother. Not only does he say it, Ancestry says it too. So yeah, I read it. I was reading, we were messaging back, just getting the feel, just trying to navigate. Like, it was shocking. It was new to me too. Um, I'm not gonna sit here and it's like, oh yeah, at first I was like my brother is Greg, like,
Mm-hmm.
but it was definitely, I wouldn't take back like that time to
No.
even, 6 months afterwards. Cause
Mm-mm.
it started a conversation with us. And it was no pressure. Like
Right.
it was just like effortlessly. I didn't feel like, I don't know how you feel, but for me, I didn't feel like I had to work at it. I was like, it was just like step by step. And you were
Yeah.
allowing me to take that step by step. So I was like, that's cool. Because it's new. It's new for both of us. And,
Right.
and it wasn't like we were expecting anything from each other. I think when you go through relationships and you come with that expectation from something, you're very, you could be disappointed very soon and very early. So I was going just, filling it out.
Mm-hmm.
And just seeing, like, just getting to know you. Getting
Right.
this, and just see what kind of, because I know what kind of person I am. I didn't know if you were the same way. If you were like a coconut. You were more like an onion because I feel like it was different for you. For
Yeah.
me and you, it was different. Like I knew I was adopted, so everything was brand new to you.
Yeah.
It was like everything was brand new. You you were like, I'm adopted. Now I got a brother. Now I got a different mom. The fuck? Like it's new. So, but for me, I knew I was adopted. See, I knew one day this could happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Everything
didn't
just
know.
exploded all at one time.
Right. So when I first found out, it was totally different because it's like, oh, my long lost brother. I knew you were out there. Um, just based on me knowing that I had an older brother,
Yeah.
from my mother, but I could see how it was different for us. So yeah, with us just keep messaging, and then you we would talk. I mean, and the conversation would get deep. They
Oh
were like,
yeah.
yeah, we would have deep conversation. I was like, oh, this is cool because I mean, to be honest, at the time, I didn't have very many people I could just talk to.
Right.
I didn't have people I could just, hey, if I was frustrated, I mean, I probably think in the first 6 months I've called you and was frustrated about something. I was like, man, isn't this bullshit? And you'd be like, yeah,
Right. Right.
that is bullshit. But I would call you for validation. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not tripping. Like, I know this is bullshit, but sometimes you need that other person to be like,
You'd be
man,
like,
that's
yeah,
just
you ain't
bullshit.
tripping.
Let me tell my story. And then if you come out and say, oh, that's bullshit, then I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm not tripping. So I
Maybe,
know
yeah,
I
right.
called you a couple of times and I was like, oh, he listens. You know what I'm saying? My big thing is communication. I don't have great communication with everybody. And I mean, and to be honest, some of the people that I don't have good communication with don't deserve the dialogue.
Exactly.
I felt definitely that you deserve the dialogue. Because you were asking a lot of questions. And I mean, I was like, yeah, I do was adopted, man, from birth. And you like,
Right.
oh, where'd you grow up? Like it was almost like, what's your favorite color? It was like 21
Yeah.
questions. Which was cool because it was like, oh, I mean, this new person, they write down, I mean, 4 hours away. Like,
Exactly.
so I mean, that was my situation with the first text messages. I mean, we had deep conversations. Like I said, I
We
mean,
we
he
had
told me
deep.
about Tony, and all that stuff, and it was cool. Like,
And so let's go back to that, right? Because what I
okay,
do remember is, feeling like how I just found I'm adopted. Now I'm finding out I have a full-blooded brother. Now my
hmm
brother is only a year younger than me,
hmm
and my brother lives 4.5 hours away.
right,
I knew that a meetup was bound to happen sooner than later.
right,
But that wasn't in the forefront of my mind when we first connected. So I remember not telling you about Tony. I remember
right,
being like, okay, I'm gonna tell him at the right time. Like, I don't want my sexuality to be the thing that is like,
yeah,
oh, that's my bisexual brother. I I wanted
right,
it to be like, no, that's my brother who happens to be bi. So cool. So, but
yeah.
I remember being nervous, and then we were starting to plan our first potential meetup.
Don't do me
Remember
like
that?
that, Robbie. Don't do me like that. But go on with
It
your
was
story.
our first potential meetup, and I was like, okay, Tony's gonna be there with me, so I gotta tell him. Like, I can't like just not tell him no more. So I said, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm text you. I'm like, yeah, so I don't know if you noticed or not, but by the way, I'm bi and I'm in a relationship. He was like, okay, yeah, cool. And literally ain't been no problem ever since then. And it's just one of those
Man,
things where like you
no.
just
Like, if
never
you
know how
know
people
me,
are.
like, I know a lot of people don't know me, but I mean, I love everybody, man. Like,
That's
it was
true.
just how I was raised by my mother. Like, my mom raised us on respecting adults, respecting, and just loving everybody. Um, and with that, like, I take that with me to this day. Like, if there's nothing I learned from her, that's one thing I learned and kept was
Mm-hmm.
to love everybody, man.
Love
Like, I
everybody.
ain't never had a problem with that. Hey, listen, gay community. Hey, I love y'all. I'm an ally.
Right.
You
He's
know
a,
what I'm
he's a real
saying?
life
And
ally.
and 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 because I think it's ignorant for people who aren't. I'm gonna say it. And with people that have issues with that, they usually have issues with race. They have
Mhm.
issues with other things. So I'm not one of those people. So yeah, it didn't bother me. I never asked if it bothered me. I would say, hey, I
Uh,
see you got a picture with someone else. And then, but no, it didn't bother me. Like I knew,
yeah.
like what is understood don't need to be said all the time.
Right.
Um,
Right.
and I feel like that was one of the time. I mean, it did. I mean, because I'm glad you did. Like I'm glad you told me, but I mean, it wouldn't have changed
A
nothing that
thing.
happened.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think when I kind of like that onion that you were talking about, like I'm an onion, you're an onion inside of a coconut. That was one
Right.
of them layers. Like I need to be able to feel a sense of connection and trust to get to that point. Because then if you act wild, then hey, it is what it
Right.
is. But yeah, so that was cool. And I think I want to make sure I want to note one thing just for the listeners. When
Oh
we
God.
say our mom or dad, we are talking about the people that raised
Raised
us.
us.
We are not talking
Raised us.
about the people
Those
who
other people, since we got
right. We are not talking about the ones who chose not to raise us or chose to place us
right,
with people to raise us. When we say mom or
right,
dad, we are talking about the people who we consider to be our parents,
right,
the people
right.
who raised us, who loved us, nurtured us, cared for us. We will
Exactly.
always
Refer
refer to the others as
the
something else.
else. If you say okay, boom, y'all might not pick up on it because we're kind of quick with it,
Right.
but if y'all hear us say something like that, like the chicken in the hen, that's what we mean.
If we say the egg and the sperm, that's what we mean.
Yeah, no disrespect to anybody, but I mean,
None at
we
all.
gotta make a decipher between the two because when you say mothers and brothers and sisters, and with this journey we're on, it can be very, very confusing.
Very
So
so.
we
Yeah.
do say that, and we mean no disrespect by it. We ain't got no money, so don't sue us yet.
Don't sue us. And that's nothing. I think we both agree we're going to try our best not to say their names because
Oh yeah, got no problem. I
we
won't
don't want to
never say
tell
that.
their story. Their
This ain't
story is their
Beyonce and
story.
Destiny's Child. I'm not saying your name, saying your name.
Oh, you're not Destiny enough. You ain't Beyonce or Kelly. No. So we don't want to tell their story because our story is our story, their story is their story, and then we have some overlap, which we'll get to at another time. But right
Woo.
now, just know when we say mom or dad, it's the people who raised us. Okay. So
Yeah.
let's get into this first potential meetup.
Oh, okay. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. So
So what was it? It was an arts festival? No, what was going on? Why were you down here for?
A friend of mine was having some type of celebration. I can't
Right,
remember
right, right.
what it was, but I think he was having some kind of like pop-up shop, birthday party, something in Atlanta.
Mhm.
And so me and Tony was like, "Oh, we're gonna go down to Atlanta." And I was like, "Well, I wouldn't want him to come to Charleston and not tell me that he here. So let me go to Atlanta and I'll tell him that I'm coming. And
Yep.
if he want to meet, we can meet. If he don't, like again, you said it earlier, we have no pressure, no expectation. So boom, we gonna plan to meet. I got there that Friday, and you said you had something to do Saturday. What was it that y'all were doing on Saturday?
So April was out there selling her cups at like an arts festival
Mhm.
by her mother's house. And to really go into, I really wanted her to be there to meet you.
Yeah,
I mean, I think like me and you meeting would by ourselves. I mean, you gotta or me coming without her would have been like you coming without Tony.
right,
And I
right.
think like that's a big part of our knit like that we got right now. Like we all met each other at the same time, and it was
Mhm.
yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, so I mean, that was it. I mean, I was scared. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, and you want me? And she was like, go ahead and go without me. I was like, the fuck?
Like, are you
I'm-
are you crazy?
you know me. I'm not going.
We not.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Uh-uh. And I mean, yeah, I told you at first, I mean, I was like, man, I can't tell him that I'm not gonna meet up with him because I thought it was gonna disappoint you. I thought it was gonna come and be like, oh, I came down here hoping to see him, and now it's going to disappoint you. So I felt bad saying I couldn't, but
Mhm.
you understood, and I mean,
I
I
did.
got it. And
And that
so
was the thing. So like, you know, no bullshit. All jokes aside, like I was disappointed, but it was disappointing, but I wasn't disappointed, if that
oh,
makes sense.
you
Like
were disappointed. That's
I
what I'm
was,
saying.
yeah.
You were disappointed just a little bit.
It was disappointing because it wasn't my sole reason for coming to Atlanta, but if I don't know if I would have come to Atlanta
Right,
knowing that I wasn't going to meet you, because then I would have been like, oh, well, then I don't really got to go to the pop-up shop either. I can just stay home. But the truth of the matter is this, and you, again, you said it earlier, this was new for everybody.
right.
And so I felt like when you finally told me that Sunday when I was getting ready to leave that you wasn't ready, I was like, okay, I get it. Like I wasn't mad or angry or nothing. I was like, oh yes, I wish I had met him, but I was just like, this is new. Like this is real life happening. And it's one of those things when you take that step, it's
Yeah,
ain't no
yeah.
going back.
Ain't no backtracking.
Ain't no
And
backtracking. So
and
I understood more than anything. I understood the why. I was like, cool, you know what? And guess what? We still kept talking. We still kept texting. We still
yeah,
kept
ain't nothing
being on
changed.
social media. We missed no beat.
We didn't miss nothing, and it was great. I mean, it was definitely something like it was an eye opener. I was like, damn, he ain't even mad that I can't come. Okay, cool. So we kept talking, but that had to be like November-ish, October, November.
October, November. Yep. That was
Okay.
October, November 2020. And I will tell you one thing that I've learned in life, because you know, you said Mama Deb always, you know, gave you great nuggets and teaching you how to respect people. One of the things my dad always told me was like, you can't be mad what people do with their time and with their money. Like
Right.
those are two things. So like I can never be mad at somebody for not doing this or not doing that or not spending their money here or there. So again,
Right.
but you know, it just was what it was. I felt like it did. I don't even feel like the relationship or the bonding, I don't feel like it took a hit. I felt like this was like, I actually feel like it took a lot of courage to be like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm just not ready. Like that took some courage.
Yeah.
It took some, for the people out there, it did take a few days, but it also took
Oh,
courage.
now listen, I'm not gonna be the villain of episode 2. No, no, no. I will
it
not be.
it took a few
But
days, but
I
it
will take the blame.
courage.
I will. And I thought, like, I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say not say shit.
Because that was another option. You could
I
have.
wasn't, but I was like, he deserves more than that, and I definitely need to let him know that I'm just not ready. Like, and it took a lot out of me to say it because, like, at first I was using, April State. I was like, yeah, we're not gonna be able to do it because it is. But then deep down inside, I had to realize that's not the reason. Because you can go. The reason is you're not ready. And one thing I believe in is if God showed me a sign, man, listen, I listen the first time. I'm
First
not I'm
time.
not one of those people that don't, but that'll get into me what burns me up later too. But
Yeah.
but yeah, like I definitely listened. I was like, I'm not ready. I'm not. I mean, I want to be. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I want to be, but I'm just not. And I'm not going to try and say that I am, and then it'd be awkward because I'm uncomfortable because I'm not ready. I
Yeah.
needed the it needed to be perfect timing. Like, and I think it couldn't have happened at a better time.
Exactly. So let's kind of talk about what led up to the official meetup. We're gonna, because now we not, we ain't giving it all to y'all. So y'all gonna have to stay tuned for what happened at the meetup. But let's talk about what led up to the official meetup. Like, do you remember, like, it was a few months later, we kept talking and texting. We
Mhm,
kept
mhm,
texting and talking.
mhm.
Um, and then it was March.
Yeah, it was April birthday.
It was my sister-in-law birthday. And for her birthday, what did she want?
To go to Charleston, but that was planned. She's a little sneaky one.
Sneaky snake.
Snake.
So she had an ulterior motive.
Yeah, you don't think so?
Oh, I don't know.
No,
I
I
thought it
do.
was just gonna be like
I do.
coincidental.
I do. What you talking about? You knowing her now? You
No,
don't think it was
that's true.
alternative motive?
Now knowing her, yes. Then I was just like, oh, it's kind of like an Atlanta trip. I felt like it was kind of like my Atlanta trip. Like, oh, I'm going to Atlanta, and since I'm here, we can. And so I initially that's what I thought. I was like, oh, they're
Hell
coming
no.
to Charleston, and since they're coming here, we could.
This would have what? Did you tell Ronnie that we were going to Charleston?
That would be
The
her.
moment we decided we were going, did you tell Ronnie? Hey. I know we're
Hey,
only in Augusta, but did you tell Ronnie that we were coming? When's the last time you talked to him? Let me see.
exactly.
Let me see that you talked to him. Okay, you did? All right, cool. And then when we get there, hey, did you tell Ronnie that we're here?
You leave my sister-in-law alone.
Hey, man, listen, I'll just tell truths.
Don't bully her.
The truths.
Yes, but that is the truth. So that is the story leading up to the meeting, which we will be talking about in our next episode. What happened at the meeting? How was it? How'd it go? Who fought?
No,
Nobody fought.
nobody fought publicly.
But yeah, so thank y'all for getting on this journey with us. But we got to close it out right. So Aaron, I'm gonna ask you, what burnt you up this week?
What burnt me up this week?
Mm-hmm.
Cycling through everything that could have burnt me up this week, I just wanted to make sure I said something that wasn't going to get us canceled.
Thank you.
Like last time.
Like last time.
So,
Thank you.
not going to go on a rant this time. What burnt me up this week was, I guess it's a literal burn up. I'm not even going to hold y'all. What burnt me up was this heat. Okay. This heat burnt me up.
The heat's been heating.
Oh, heating. Oh man, I've been feeling like I was in the air fryer every day.
I mean, but you have seen that like it's like record high temperatures since July or the end of June, like in history, not like the last 10, 20 years. Like it's been hot AF.
Yeah, I know. I was in Texas a couple weeks ago, and when I say it was 110 degrees,
oh my God,
I say I felt like a conventional oven. I felt like I was just the wind was blowing and it was hot. I said, oh, this is how your pizza feel when it's in the oven. This is exactly how I feel because this is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
God, what did we do?
Did you find ways to try to keep cool, or it just was no escape?
Yeah. You know what it was? Go inside. The only thing to keep you cool. It didn't make no sense. And I'm talking about I had to go to Texas 2 weeks in a row. I went to Edinburgh, Texas. And if y'all don't know where that is, look it up. I went to Irving, Texas. So I was in Texas. Like, hey, man, Texas, I don't know what y'all did to make the man upstairs upset, but y'all need to say you're sorry. It didn't rain there in 20 days or something like that. It's ridiculous.
It was hot.
It don't make no damn sense how it be so hot. Then I come home to Georgia, and guess what? Oh, it's a record high in Georgia for heat. I'm like, this is some bullshit.
You just couldn't escape the heat. It was just hot as hell.
Man, what? My face was going to be the same color as my beard by the time I came back.
And listen, even when y'all came here, it was hot.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Hey, Lord, I'm sorry. I need to pray to the rain gods. I only believe in one God, but hey.
Whomever, cool us down. Turn the AC back on, Lord.
Lord, golly, we need to set the AC. I don't know if it's broken, it's frozen, so it ain't working. But Lord, you got to fix that, man. You could fix everything. I'm sure you could fix the world air conditioning.
Adjust it, Lord.
But that's me. I didn't want to rant too much, so I did a little bit. But that's what burnt me up inside and out. What burned you up this week, Ronnie?
I'm gonna try not to get us canceled either.
I'm behaving today.
Okay, so we switching. So last week you ain't behave. I'm gonna misbehave just a little bit. Let me tell you what burnt me up.
Oh Lord.
It's
Go ahead.
been the caucasity of people.
Oh shit. You gonna
Ju-
get us canceled, but go on with it because you know what? They can cancel the 2 episodes if they want to.
if they want to, and we'll just find another platform.
That's
No,
right.
so as you know,
The
I
caucasity.
do go to school. I'm in school, grad school, to get my degree to be a school counselor.
Shouts out to
And
you.
shouts out, thank you.
Black excellence. Go on
Trying to
with the
be
caucasity.
almost done. But it was the caucasity for me. So one day in class, we had this young lady come in. She's highly, you could tell she's highly agitated. And
Okay.
then she goes to yelling at the professor. And she's like, we shouldn't have to take these tests to get into this program. We shouldn't have to do this. Why are we recording kids? Like, she's yelling at him. And I'm like, okay, I understand
Oh,
you're
here's something. You
frustrated.
don't have to take this class. But
Right.
go
I'm
on.
like, listen, I'm like, I understand you're frustrated, but we're just trying to get through the syllabus. So can we just get through that? No, I'm not going to stop talking. And y'all are saying that I'm wrong. Like, she literally went on a rant and rage. And everybody else in the class is just looking around like, are we being punked? Like, what is really going on? Like, it was the craziest thing.
You experienced a Karen moment and not towards you.
A Karen moment towards a Ken. It was
Oh,
it was just it was
white on white crime.
white on white. It was the craziest thing.
Mm.
Then a few days later, I had another class, and I had this guy who was in my class, and he was we had to do this activity or whatever, and we had to talk about what made us feel free. So he drew a picture of the flag and said how the flag made him feel free and
Ooh.
how he understands that there was slavery, but we're better off now than we were then.
So I know my brother Ronnie. Ronnie probably, if you didn't eat his ass up, you wanted to.
Oh my gosh, listen. I was just like, are we am I in the twilight zone? Like what? And it was the crazy thing, Aaron, it was in the exact same classroom as the few days before him when the girl was cutting up on the professor. I was like, we need some sage. We got there's something with this room. It's the caucasity. And so, but but I have emailed professors and the dean of the program, and we are getting some balls rolling because I said, if this is the type of caliber of student that you want in your program to become a school counselor, to work with students of all backgrounds, yeah, this is a problem for me.
Yeah, I mean,
See, I ain't got to go toe to
agree.
toe with nobody.
No. We to the age where we call corporate.
We call corporate. Ring,
Hey,
ring,
man.
ding.
Hear
What's
that,
up?
Hilton? If I only got 2 pillows on my bed, I call corporate. I need at least 4.
Right,
Like I call corporate.
right.
Like I'm not against it no more. And that's what you did. You had to.
Had
Like
to.
there
And
has
so
to
that
be some order in the court, Judge.
order. So that was my issue. That's what burnt me up. Is it was just the caucasity of people. Now, mind you, I'm in class with majority white females, and even they were disgusted and they were talking. So shout out to the people who share in disgust and those who will advocate for what's right.
Shout
Right.
out to y'all. We
Shout
love y'all.
out to I
Thank you
don't
for being a
care.
part of the alliance.
Yeah, I don't care if gay, straight, black, white, whatever. If you can call bullshit on bullshit and advocate for what's right, I'm cool with you. And so shout out to my classmates who was just like, yeah, that was foul. Like, how is this person in the program?
Right.
What kind of program are we running? But
And more importantly, how you gonna act around these kids?
exactly.
How
So
you
for me,
gonna
it
act
was the
around them kids?
caucasity.
Oh
It was
yeah,
the caucasity.
boy, I tell you what. I hope she ain't working where you work. Oh, eat that ass up, boy.
Oh, you already know where I work. Trust me, wouldn't last a week. You ain't even got to worry.
Boy, the
I
end of
wouldn't
the
even be
day.
pressed.
Oh, that bell rings. She ain't even there. Let them kids out for dismissal.
Deuces.
They're up, and it'll be well deserved probably.
Exactly.
Shout
So
out to you, ma'am. You got donkey of the podcast.
you are the burnt flame. You are the burntest burnt marshmallow of them all.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
won.
And donkey.
And the donkey. Well, I don't know if we can say donkey. You know, that's somebody else's thing.
Oh yeah. Hey, I love you, Charlamagne. Hey, bro. I want to be on the Breakfast Club too.
I know,
But
right? We should. We're gonna send this to him too. But all
oh
right,
yeah,
y'all.
yeah.
Listen, that's our time. That's episode 2. We thank you all so very, very, very much for listening to our journey. Please stay tuned because we're gonna drop this one, and then in 2 weeks we'll drop another one. And that episode, we're gonna talk to you about our reunion day
Okay,
and
so
everything
since we
else.
say it like that, maybe we should ask them because I've been pondering on it. Should we drop
Okay.
one weekly?
Oh,
Because I mean, I think that should be something that is what the people want. That we
what
want
the
to ask
people
you
want?
guys. Because we've been bouncing back and forth if we want to go weekly, bi-weekly. Now, these first 2 or 3 episodes might be bi-weekly, but we might want to change it to weekly just based on the engagement you get. Like, hey, if we run it to 250 for the next episode on downloads, and then the next one after that we hit 4 or something like that, we might could do it weekly. But we need y'all's help too. Spread the word about it. Spread the word about us. If y'all like what y'all are hearing, keep tuning in.
Yeah. Keep
Come
tuning
sit at
in.
the pit with us.
Come
And
sit
if
at the
you do,
pit.
spread the word. There's people out there that are going through adoption that just they don't know. I guess they're blind to that other people are out there. So that's who we want to reach. The people just that feel alone. We want y'all to know that y'all aren't. And this is just us being ourselves. And just make sure y'all spread the word about it. We appreciate the love that we've gotten so far. Trust us.
And we
Like
got a
we
lot of love.
really, really appreciate it. But we want to reach more people.
Exactly. So follow us on Instagram at Firepit Conversations. You can also follow us on TikTok at
Firepit_conversations.
you can follow our podcast on all major podcast platforms, including Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon. So please.
Except for Google Podcasts. We ain't on there. I got a lot of feedback slack about that. Us not being on Google Podcasts.
On Google,
But
okay.
guess what? Go get a Spotify.
We will work on Google Podcasts next. That's my homework.
That's
We'll
next.
work on that.
If we get 200 downloads next podcast, we'll go ahead and put it on Google Podcasts.
Google Podcasts. There it is. All right. So remember, when you're with us, grab a drink
or something to puff on
and come
and
sit
sit
at the
at the
fire
fire
pit.
pit.